The Dodorex, a dino of immense power that only comes out during the spookiest time of the year. With its immense health pool as well as its dragon-like breath attack, the Dodorex is guaranteed to take down any dino that dare stand in its path. So, what if you were to try and replace every dino with a Dodorex? Would you even stand a chance? Well, here's only one way to find out. The map I'm running today is Valguero, which means I'll have to defeat 3 bosses all at once. Also, I do challenges like this all the time, so make sure to subscribe and yeah, enjoy the video. Wait, we need to be in the Halloween theme, so I'm gonna go spooky Baron. Easy. There I spawned in were the small islands, and thankfully there weren't that many Dodorexes because it takes a few minutes for them to spawn. Also, just for fun, keep in mind the way this area looks. While exploring the islands, I ran into my first Dodorex. Well, you could say this complicates things, but on the contrary, I can build a trap and maybe get some height. And before you even dare say, what the fuck, just drown them, bro. Yeah, it doesn't work like that. Just be patient, okay? I'll show you why. In order to level up, I obviously went for the good old cookpot strat. And because of that, I remember that you can craft cosmetics at cookpots. And what better way to get into Halloween spirit than to dress up as a skeleton. Yes, this video was meant to come on Halloween, but I am a bit late. If you watched my videos in the past, you know how much I love the 4-gate trap. This time, however, I wanted to be different and go with the small dino trap approach. It should work nonetheless, but we'll see.
Oh, fuck. I can fucking hear him, dude. Fucking run, man. Holy shit, dude. Go. No. I'm dead.
Yep. That didn't really work. Still, I was determined to try this trap yet again and see if it would work with a few modifications. Before that though, I needed to grab my stuff back, somehow. Back at it again, baby. Grabbed my stuff, made the modifications I was talking about, and tried leading that Dodorex into the trap yet again.
No, you fucking tree, dude. Now watch. I know Ark well. He's gonna, yeah, exactly. He's gonna die when they fuck up everything. Oh my fucking god. Good luck getting my stuff back, I guess.
Upon respawning, I realized one of the, if not the most concerning fact about this challenge. The Dodorexes are inhumanly fast while swimming, which makes both drowning them and trying to chase them nearly impossible. Not only that, but there were also a lot of Dodorexes spawning all at once, which will make killing them very difficult later on, if I even get to that point. After noticing the small islands get infested with Dodorex, I tried another spot, specifically the Chark Hills. While Dodorexes were spawning, I quickly got a bunch of materials and noticed the beauty of this place. The beauty of this place consists of the fact that Dodorexes get stuck and die themselves. Upon killing a Dodorex, I get rewarded with a random quality saddle and a bunch of chibis. Pretty cool, I'd say, but most importantly, I get to collect hide. While returning to the main island, so to say, I got noticed by a Dodorex and, well...
No, GG, man.
Yeah. After getting my stuff back, I immediately made an upgrade station so I could upgrade my bow and actually defend myself. Not to mention the fact that I can salvage Dodorex saddles for some metal, and oh boy, this will come in handy later. For a new bow, I tried killing a Dodorex, but after shooting a level 20 Dodorex for what felt like ages, I knew that this wasn't going to work. Still, I got some new chibis. Moving on from chibis, I noticed that the place where I was at is connected with a tunnel to the main Chark Hill zone. One small problem though. Actually, a few big problems were in my way. You see, I can't leave this area ever. And after dying, I decided to retry Beach Zone.
Finally, a place without fucking Dodorexes, dude. Never mind. Okay.
This place was somewhat decent, plus there was also Dodorex in the water, so I tried waiting for him to drown. Problem. You see him spinning? Yeah, he has his head above the water, which means that no matter how much I wait, he will never drown. Unrendering also doesn't work. Trust me, I've tried. So, feeling hopeless, I found a yellow drop. A seemingly useless one though, or is it? You see, the greenhouse structures can be demolished for crystal, a normally very common resource that became exceedingly rare in this challenge, mainly because the mountains look like this. But what this means is that if I can somehow get hide, I can craft the spyglass, and that way I can see how much HP I'm dealing with here. Since the chances of me spontaneously dying are increasing by the second, I made a box so I could store all the goodies for later use. But before I would let myself die, I had to try something. Yup. That yellow damage is the damage the DODOREX deals. Way more than a Giga if you're wondering. What does this mean, however? Well, in short, it complicates the living fuck out of this challenge. Not all hope is lost yet though, because I have access to one more tier of gate, metal. And if he breaks that, then that's where I'm fucked. After grabbing my stuff back, I tried getting some more elevation and killing the DODOREX that way, which didn't quite work. Next idea was trying to get the DODOREX far away from shore so it would possibly drown itself. Also didn't work. At this point I was really considering this challenge and starting to wonder if it's even possible. I mean, I haven't seen any hide yet. Okay, maybe except that. I have no way of killing them, and there is also an unbelievable amount of them spawned all at once. Like, watch.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. On screen at once. Awesome.
Thanks to me not using my skill points for a while now, I had a lot piled up, so I decided to use them and give oxygen a try. A stat that I've probably never ever leveled, but desperate times call for desperate measures. Well, it didn't really help.
There's too many fucking dinos actually able to do something in this fucking game, dude. I'll fuck up this shit.
Thanks to my increased oxygen, I could do stuff like this and actually go far away from the shore and watch the DODOREXs drown. Never mind, they do not want to drown. I have no clue. I guess it's a wrap then. I mean, I don't have a way to progress, nor do I have a way to kill them. Or do I? You see, I'm playing Valguero, and Valguero has beach turtles and dolphins that you can freely harvest with a tool. The only problem would be that DODOREXs might have overtaken the spots, making this also impossible. Except they didn't. And I managed to somehow find the spot without them and collected all the hide I could. With it, I quickly made the raft and set sail back to base. With the knowledge I had from previous runs, I should be pretty much invisible with it. Emphasis on should though, because DODOREXs still aggro onto the raft. The game probably felt bad at this point though, because DODOREX lost aggro. That didn't really help because he does re-aggro, but I got the hide close to base, which is all I care about. So I quickly built an upgrade station, salvaged all the stuff from earlier for some really good stuff, and crafted the holy spyglass. Using every bit of hide to the max, I got a Schmitty as well as metal tools and wasted no time in getting some tranks to trank a DODOREX of my own. While everything was going, I shifted my focus into getting the 4 metal gates, my last chance at victory. P.S. There was also a 130 DODOREX on the island next to me, so if I get those, the challenge should be mostly set. But, you know, I gotta get the gates first. One slight issue with my plan. I needed way more cementing paste for this project. So I parked my raft relatively close to the beach and invested in a ghillie suit. The second most useful thing in this challenge. Even with the ghillie suit, I still didn't dare approach the beach from earlier, but I did dare approach this beach. The problem was that I could die at literally any second while on the shore. The good part though was that the ghillie did a wonderful job at lowering the detection range of the DODOREXs, and thanks to that, I collected all the keratin and returned home to turn that into cementing paste. Now all I had to do was wait for the metal to smelt. While waiting I was also getting more metal, more narco berries, you know, the usual stuff.
Get that, get tag team, boom bam beam. Okay. 1 gate. We are set for fucking life, man. Let's go, dude. Watch he damage metal, dude. If he damages metal.
If this guy deals damage to metal, the whole challenge takes a sharp left turn and complicates things in unspeakable ways.
He deals damage to metal, dude.
Yup. This is very problematic. Well guys, I know I've said it before, but this challenge is not possible. That's right everybody, the last thing that can save this challenge are the scuba flippers. These, coupled with high oxygen, have movement speed, could save it. But I need some stuff for them. First thing I did was demolish the gates for some extra stuff, then got some oil from beneath my raft. With that, I made a fabricated, but then realized I was out of hide. In a desperate attempt to get some hide, I salvaged my whole ghillie suit for 8 out of the 12 hide needed. Yeah, I kinda threw this whole challenge in the trash, as me harvesting another turtle or dolphin would be impossible at this point. While thinking of what to do, I ran into an underwater Dodorex, so I had the genius idea of killing him underwater with my crossbow. Because I can respawn, but he can't. So I quickly got to work, but as I was killing him, my game crashed.
Si deseas salir del...
Upon reloading my save file, I was all the way back to before trapping the Dodorex. Awesome! This time I know that the gates are useless, so I demolished them and didn't idiotically salvage my ghillie suit. Instead, I used it to go harvest another beach dino for flippers.
Fuck off, dude. Fuck off, dude. Fine, dude, fine. I'll wait. I swear to God, I'll just wait. I'll wait on the raft, dude.
Safe to say, I was set. I also made sure to make a tank so I could refill my oxygen while underwater. But alas, it's time for the real deal. Let's see how the flippers do against Dodorexes.
Perfect. Dagger one? No, just one. Okay, perfect. Wait, do I outrun him?
Well, for starters, I am not faster than a Dodorexes, but I am ever so slightly slower than him, which is way better than getting outrun instantly. Not to mention the fact that I can descend to safety way faster than before, so things were definitely going awesome this time. And while I'm killing this Dodorex, let me tell you the plan quickly. I need to kill this guy for prime meat, get the Dodorex underwater and trank him, and then also find a way to get him to fall on land so he doesn't drown. Tame him and then do it again for breeding. Then do caves, blah blah, we have some work to do. The Dodorex fell and gave me a really awesome chibi, the Witch Snow Owl.
The witching owl, what the fuck? Wait, does it? Oh my god, that's so cute. Okay, yeah, we're taking this one.
After getting the primes, the next step was to trank a high level Dodorex. And while tranking him, I noticed that he randomly got mad at me.
Still aggressive, what the fuck?
I brushed it off thinking it was just a one-time offense, and I'm pretty sure it won't happen again in the future, right? Unfortunately, the Dodorex fell unconscious underwater, which means that I had to pray that his oxygen would last him losing 100 food. Now, fortunately, that didn't happen.
No, not a chance, dude.
But hey, at least I got a good saddle out of him, I guess. The second Dodorex I found was straight up a 151. If I lose this one, I'm going to be very pissed, so I hope I get it right. Thankfully he ran away on land, but unfortunately he ran off render distance. Upon re-rendering him though, he remembered to fall asleep. Awesome! Last thing I had to do was wait for him to lose 100 food, feed him, and I was one step closer to beating this challenge. With the beast in my possession, I took him for a test drive.
So, C does nothing, X does nothing, click does this, and right click does this. Which is fucking broken by the way. So, let's kill somebody.
I was very much able to kill any solo Dodorex as long as I dodged the fire attack.
Yep.
Why do I emphasize solo though? Because as soon as you make me fight two at once, the tables turn and my guy gets absolutely destroyed.
Feels like 4 trillion damage, and I'm not a fan of that. Ah, because it was 2 in 1, okay. This was the damage I was fucking taking. I forfeit.
Still, I managed to get a bunch of saddles, so I salvaged those for metal, upgraded my crossbow, and got yet another very cute chibi. A bulldog with a pumpkin on its head. Very cute, but I love my witch owl. I'm getting sidetracked. Using my new crossbow, I wanted to trank another Dodorex so I could start breeding. So I got to work on this 130 female.
I need him to go on land. Go on land before you fall.
He randomly got mad at me. I brushed it off thinking it was just a one-time offense.
What? He fell underwater, dude. No words, honestly, no words.
I tried again with yet another female that also fell underwater and died. But despite all that, I wanted to give it one more shot. Thankfully this one fell on land, not on safe land, but land nonetheless. So I waited out the food again and then began a super secret sneaky mission of regaining the Dodorex.
Fuck, dude. Okay, I don't care. I got it. I don't care.
With the Dodorex secured, I bred the twop and did some base improvements.
We get triplets. I went.
While this Dodorex was growing, it's finally time to move on to the big boy stuff. Namely, 4 artifacts I need for the Valguero Alpha boss. Cue the epic montage music stuff thing. The first cave I was planning to do was the Aberration Cave, but since I needed a full hazard save to get to it, I got the required resource for 2 pumps, except the red gems, which I'll get later. After that, I waited for the newborn to grow, imprinted him, got some levels on him, and noticed that due to the digesting buff, I am immune to fire damage. Just like in the Giga video. This was awesome and meant that I could deal with more Dodorexes at once. Well, if you exclude the stupidly high damage that they did. I'll still take the Dodorex for safety, but I really hope I won't have to use him. Anyways, with that done, I set out to the Aberration Cave, and once arrived at the entrance, I ran past the Dodorexes and did not even dare to look behind me. Immediately after arriving in the underground, I helped myself with some green gems that will come in crazy clutch later on, and then made my way to the red zone entrance. So, I built 2 beds, put them down, and did a suicide run for some red gems. After grabbing my stuff back, I built the 2 pumps and headed out close to the entrance so I could jump down and use the 2 pumps. Now, the reason why I came here first should be very obvious, but it's so that these 2 boys can make pink gas balls, so by the time I'm done with the other caves, I can instantly do this one and waste absolutely no time. With my mission complete, I needed to return home. This unfortunately proved to be impossible due to the sheer amount of Dodorexes blocking the path. Well, remember those green gems from earlier? I'm kinda spoiling the surprise here, but I used them to make climbing picks and escape this pickle. Once arrived home, I upgraded my climbing pick, did some more breeding, healed up my dino, leveled up the newly bred dino, started with the saddles I got, and set out to the Boreal Cave. I didn't even manage to take one step on the shore before I lost half my health to a few Dodorexes. This wasn't going well at all, but nonetheless, I still decided to push on, but after a second encounter, like 5 steps on the shore, I decided, nah, you know what, I'm coming back later. So defeated, I returned home and set out to the second easiest artifact, the one at the top of the world. The climbing pick, coupled with the ghillie, are going to single-handedly carry this mission. I also got some grapples just in case, and yeah, here we go. Well, here it is. The lone artifact at the top of the world. Thank you. With the artifact in my possession, I used the parachute to go all the way back home to safely store it and think about my next move. While breathing, of course.
Oh my.
Since I heard that the ghillie was crazy overpowered against Dodorexes, I tested to see how much I could abuse it by going to the Boreal Cave on foot. Once inside, the artifact was a mere seconds away from the entrance, so I grabbed it and quickly exited the cave. Once outside, I got as much high ground as I could and parachuted home. Safe to say, this cave was very easy on foot, but here comes the problem. The last artifact I must collect is located all the way on the opposite side of the map, with no water connected to it, and you bet your ass that path is filled to the brim with Dodorexes. In spite of this, however, I had a genius plan, and it involves in me returning to the artifact from earlier. While climbing the Great Mountain, I noticed that I don't have any more parachutes.
I use my last parachute.
So in an act of incredible heroism, I plunged down and took out my DODOREX to get a few heights. By combining the heights with the rest of the materials, I crafted some parachutes and returned to the top of the mountain. If you haven't guessed it, which would be kind of unbelievable I'd say, the reason why I wanted those parachutes and to come back here was that I could parachute all the way back to the entrance of the cave in utmost safety. Once arrived on land, I began a very sneaky, very stealthy mission to enter the cave. The cave was guarded by a bunch of DODOREXes, but I had no time to waste, so I used a parachute and hoped for the best. Again, the ghillie suit came in crazy clutch and allowed me to safely land on a pillar, which I quickly descended. Once inside the cave, I could finally rest, somewhat. After making my way through the cave, I reached the artifact room, except there was no artifact here. And since the game didn't want to reward me for my troubles, I rewarded myself by giving me the artifact. I don't want to hear any cheating allegations, because this has nothing to do with it, the game just struggles to spawn artifacts in single player sometimes. With the artifact in my possession, I began climbing my way out of the cave, as well as climb my way to high ground so I could abuse parachutes yet again and go as close to my base as possible. In order to avoid backtracking, I took all the necessary things for a full hazard suit as well as the fabricator and set out on one final journey to the underground. First stop was the 2 pounds from earlier, which produced absolute bang. I was set for life with these gas balls, holy. So I took them and made my way to the red zone entrance to craft the set. And so, after many hours of playing, of struggle, I was on the final artifact as well as the last stretch of this challenge. With all 4 artifacts in my possession, there was only one thing left to do. That obviously being leveling up the DODOREXes, with wild ones as well as with baby DODOREXes, you know, the usual stuff. I was confident that the 9 or so warriors that I had would absolutely destroy the boss on Alpha. And so, with the whole army in my pocket, the 4 artifacts of destruction and my dear witch owl that's been with me for a very long time, it was time to finish this. Over at Green Obelisk. Once arrived, I killed everyone with my DODOREX and I spent the rest of the day hitting him up. Once that was done, I took out everyone, gave myself the tributes, and initiated the final fight of this challenge.
GG. Okay, awesome. Beat the boss.
Well, that's pretty much it for this challenge, but before we say our goodbyes, let's kill a real DODOREX, just for fun. Okay, yeah, never mind. Thanks everyone for watching, I hope you enjoyed, make sure to subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.